Welcome back to the True Crime Fan Club podcast. I'm your host, Lainey. An unassuming granny who seemed to have her share of bad luck, a crippling prescription pill addiction which she blamed for her bad decisions. Was she responsible for her heinous actions, or could it all be blamed on her addiction? You tell me. Okay, on to the show. Margie Velma Barfield was born on October 29, 1932, in Sampson County, South Carolina, to Murphy and Lily Bullard. Though born in South Carolina, the family eventually moved to Fayetteville, North Carolina. She would be the second out of 9 children that the pair would have together. Murphy was a farmer by trade, mostly growing and harvesting tobacco and cotton. However, his farm did not bring in enough money for Murphy to support his family, so he took a job working in a local textile mill. The family was not well off, and Velma began to notice a difference between her and her classmates. She lived in a home, but had no running water, electricity, or even an outhouse. She literally had to go into the woods and take care of business. Velma was embarrassed by having to do this. She would take notice when beginning school that her classmates were better off than her. They had nicer clothes, more toys, and always a nickel more than she did. She started stealing from her father at age 7. She would sneak into her parents' room and take money from her father's pockets. She began showing off when she returned to school. Now she was able to afford the small luxuries like a candy or a soda pop after school. When she stole, it was for her own purpose. In order to satisfy her greed, Velma had to branch out in her theft. She began spending more and more time. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to rate, review, and of course, subscribe on iTunes. It would really help us out. You can find us on most social media platforms: Twitter @TCFCPod, Facebook, facebook.com/TCFCpodcast, and of course, our website is truecrimefanclub.com. If you have an episode request or general suggestion, you can send us an email, tcfcpod@gmail.com. Until next time.